Have you ever wondered what it's like to be born into royalty? To grow up in a palace surrounded by luxury and privilege, but also faced with the responsibility of one day becoming the queen of a nation? Well, that's exactly the life of Princess Ingrid Alexandra of Norway. Princess Ingrid Alexandra is destined for greatness. From her birth and baptism, to her childhood and education, to her growing list of royal duties, this young princess is learning what it takes to lead a country. Hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon. Let's start. Princess Ingrid Alexandra was born on January 21, 2004, and she was the first child of the crown prince and princess. Her birth was a big deal in Norway, and people were really excited to welcome a new member of the royal family. A few months later, on April 17, 2004, Princess Ingrid Alexandra was baptized in a big ceremony. Her godparents included some pretty important people, like King Harald V himself, as well as other members of the royal family from different countries. As she grew up, Princess Ingrid Alexandra lived with her family at Skaugum Estate, which is a really nice house near Oslo. She had a pretty normal childhood, playing with her siblings and going to school like any other kid. Her parents made sure to create a loving and supportive environment for her and her siblings. In 2010, Princess Ingrid Alexandra started school at Jonsluka Elementary. Her parents chose this school because they wanted her to have a normal childhood and to be around kids from all different backgrounds. She even walked to school with her older brother Marius, and her dad came with her on the first day. A few years later, in 2014, Princess Ingrid Alexandra transferred to the Oslo International School. Her parents wanted her to learn English really well and to have an international education that would prepare her for the future. She did really well at her new school and made lots of friends. On 12 February 2016, Ingrid Alexandra and her grandfather participated in the opening ceremony of the Winter Youth Olympics in Lillehammer. The king declared the games opened, while the princess lit the cauldron. On 17 November 2018, Princess Ingrid Alexandra christened the research vessel Kronprins Haakon, which was named after her father. The vessel was christened at its home port of Tromsø. The princess spoke of her interest in the ocean and climate change, which motivated her in christening the ship. She stated that the ship will bring new and crucial knowledge about the polar areas, about the oceans, and about climate change. On the 20th of January 2022, Ingrid Alexandra visited the three branches of the Norwegian government, the Storting, the Supreme Court, and the Office of the Prime Minister. These visits were part of a series of activities Princess Ingrid Alexandra undertook ahead of her 18th birthday the next day. Her father, Crown Prince Haakon, did the same on his own 18th birthday in 1991. On the day of her birthday, on 21st January 2022, she attended a meeting of the Council of State alongside Crown Prince Haakon and King Harald. This was followed by a series of congratulatory deputations from Norwegian officials at the royal palace. The princess received congratulations from representatives of the governmental branches, as well as the Sami Parliament, county governors, the diplomatic corps, the Norwegian armed forces, and the Church of Norway. Cannon salutes were fired at noon to mark Ingrid Alexandra's birthday. Same year, on 16th of June, the government held a dinner to mark her 18th birthday at the Oslo Public Library. On 17th of June, a gala dinner was hosted by her grandparents, the King and Queen, at the Royal Palace. Guests from many European royal houses attended. As Princess Ingrid Alexandra has grown up, she started to take on more royal duties and responsibilities, which is always a really big moment for her. The princess is an active teenager who enjoys sports and outdoor activities. She shares a love of skiing and water sports with her family. She won gold in the Norwegian Surfing Championship for juniors and is also a fan of kickboxing. Completing a parachute jump from 20,000 feet was at the top of her bucket list, which she did in the summer of 2022 with the Norwegian Armed Forces. In an interview for her 18th birthday, Princess Ingrid Alexandra said she feels free when she is skiing deep in the forest and has shaken off the security guards who follow everywhere. According to the royal court, some of her favorite subjects in school were math as well as arts and crafts. The princess is very interested in environmental protection and climate change. This was the subject of her first official engagement outside of participation in Constitution Day celebrations. Princess Ingrid Alexandra has a wide range of active hobbies like skiing, surfing, kickboxing, and skydiving, while also being passionate about the environment and enjoying creative pursuits. She seems to relish opportunities to experience freedom and challenge herself with exciting activities. Princess Ingrid Alexandra also participates in a lot of the annual traditions and ceremonies that the royal family does. Like on Constitution Day, which is a big holiday in Norway, she stands on the balcony of the royal palace and waves to the people. And at Christmas, she celebrates with her family at their winter home. As the future Queen of Norway, Princess Ingrid Alexandra is expected to uphold the values and principles of the monarchy. She's been given a lot of symbols of her status, like her own coat of arms, standard, and monogram. She even has her own official residence called Stiftsgarden, where she'll live and work when she's the Queen. Princess Ingrid Alexandra is also involved with a lot of charities and organizations that help people. She works with UNICEF Norway, Save the Children Norway, and WWF Norway to make a difference in the world. But even though she's a princess, Princess Ingrid Alexandra still gets to enjoy a pretty normal life. She hangs out with her friends, goes on trips with her family, and does a lot of the same things that other teenagers do. It's really cool to see how she balances her royal duties with just being a regular kid. It's amazing to see how she balances the responsibilities of being a future queen with the simple joys of growing up. Princess Ingrid Alexandra is a shining example of grace, poise, and dedication. And I have no doubt that she'll make an incredible monarch one day. So what do you think about Princess Ingrid Alexandra and her life as a young royal? Do you think it would be cool to grow up in a palace and have all those responsibilities, or do you think it would be kind of overwhelming? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed learning about Princess Ingrid Alexandra, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more fascinating content about royalty, luxury, and lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video.